resource for both kids and adults right here in Mount Washington Valley, just north of North Conway. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Candy and Ao. Ao's a familiar face around the valley. Lots of big news. Why don't we start with Ao brought in his flask this morning. It is that time of year. It's maple syrup. So one of the things you guys do at the 100 Acre Woods is you guys actually have a working sugar shack.
We have a brand new sugar shack. This is our second season, and we're having a blast. And last year was probably one of the worst maple sugar seasons in the history of New Hampshire. So it was a good time for us to get started, work out the kinks. And this year, it started about a week ago to really, have any kind of run, and we're cranking.
So do you know what, you guys are kind of new at this because this is your second year, but what makes a good maple syrup beer? What makes one year bad and 1 year good?
I come from a line of history, a history of sugar maple makers, blah, blah, blah. My
long line of sugar maples, I was going to say.
My great-grandfather, probably
nice
great-great-grandfather made maple sugar. And I've asked everybody, what's the deal?
Right. No one knows.
Nobody knows. It's Mother Nature. In theory, in a good season like right now, cold night, 20 degrees, warm day, 40s, 45s, perfect running season.
Right.
But it's all about sugar content.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get high volume and low sugar content.
Just the whim of the tree.
It's the whim of the tree, and in fact, the scientists, Chris, say that, good sugar content is hereditary in trees.
So what are the trees like on the Believe in Books property?
Well, Believe in Books, our property has never been tapped in, to my knowledge. So it's a pretty young thing, and we're trying to make, over the time, we'll make a good orchard out of it. But we'll have close to 1,000 taps this year.
Wow.
So it's pretty substantial. And we've got a pretty nice sugar house. We give tours during the week. This week we've got some school groups scheduled to give some tours too. But this weekend is New Hampshire Maple Sugar Weekend. And we're open at the Sugar Shack from 9 to 5 today and tomorrow. Everybody's welcome to come in and have a taste of some fresh maple syrup. And I'm going to try my hand at making maple candy on snow, which I've never done.
Ooh, nice.
So within a couple of hours, I'm going to be out there trying to figure out how to do that.
That's fantastic. And if you're like me, your pancakes have been dry the last couple of months. I'm really looking forward.
Right.
I'm excited that maple syrup season is back.
This is the real stuff, just bottled.
So you can buy it, but you guys,
we have it for sale right there.
The Believe in Books Foundation, Literacy Foundation, is the thing about you guys is that you guys are into the educational component too. So when you visit the Sugar Shack, you can probably ask someone a little bit about the process and see it for yourself.
We're geared for the whole process to show how it works, how the evaporator works. You can go out on a little tour trail, and we have some buckets and different types of buckets. So yes, we're using this as an educational tool as well as a fundraiser. Hopefully we sell some syrup and raise a few funds, all for, we're all focused on our literacy programs.
Which helps, brings books to kids in local schools. And
try to bring excitement in reading to youngsters.
All right. And another way you do that at the 100 Acre Woods, well, actually, let's stay on the trails for a second. In addition to trees that are running right now, you can actually do your own running or skiing or snowshoeing on the trails. How's the coverage on your trails?
The trails is great. We've got, is great. We have about 8K of great cross-country ski trails. With the snow going so fast these last 2 or 3 days, we still have great coverage. It's a little sloppy out there because it gets to 40 plus degrees, and so get used to that. But we welcome people to walk or snowshoe also, and we have a couple of story walks also on our trail, which I think you're familiar with, Chris. But it's a post every 100 yards or so, and you can, in about a half-mile loop, you can read a book as you walk on the trails, or ski or snowshoe.
That's fantastic.
And we do that year-round, free of charge.
You've got some riverside trails, and of course in the spring the rivers tend to get even more picturesque with the melting snow. So that's fantastic. And the nice thing about you guys is you're donation based, right? So it's very affordable. If you want to go cross country skiing, just bring the whole family there.
And now it's free. It's free.
You can
Everything
make a
we do
donation
is
if you want
free.
to.
But we welcome donations.
welcome
When you get there and you say, how can this be free? Well, that's when
That's
you just
right.
get out the checkbook and write a big
Exactly.
donation to Believe in Books.
That's the hope. Yeah.
And if you are looking for a little entertainment tonight of a different variety, you've got a
Yes.
great concert at the Theater in the Woods. And Candy, tell us about that.
John Eddy is actually performing tonight at our theater. He does country rockabilly, and the show starts at 7:30, and it is bring your own beverage,
Okay.
fermented or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
How about
Oh, yeah.
syrup? Can you bring a flask of syrup?
You can. You
syrup.
can bring
And
a
you can
flask
buy
of
syrup there, too.
You can. We sell it there too.
And the rumor is that this guy has some big fans in the music industry, some big names
Yes,
actually
he does.
endorse him.
Bruce Springsteen is a very big fan of him, and he was actually compared a lot to the boss.
Okay, so if you like Bruce Springsteen, Bruce
You will
Springsteen
love
likes
John
this
Eddy.
guy.
Yes.
And you should check him out, Theater in the
Yes.
Woods. Tell us about the Theater in the Woods. How do people find it, and what's the experience like when you're there? 'Cause I'll
How
admit,
do people find it? The easy way is it's 4 miles north of the center of North Conway Village. That's
Okay.
the quickest. And we have a sign out now, which is relatively new. And if you get there and you go in the driveway through the gateway and you're driving along and you think you're in the wrong place, you're probably not. It's about a half a mile drive through the wood.
Yep.
The wood.
It's
singular.
a theater in the wood.
It's the Theater in the Wood.
In the wood.
And it's an awesome setup, and it's great acoustics. It's a great little place.
It is. It's one of those places you're driving out there, and you may think, okay, where am I going? I took a wrong turn somewhere, and then you get there, and the theater experience is first rate. Such a nice theater, and it's just one of those surprises, one of those things that doesn't seem like it should be.
Yeah.
Out there. But then again, it's not that far out there. We're talking
No.
minutes from the center of North
Couple
Conway.
minutes. So don't be bashful. Come on up.
So great concert tonight, and then I know you guys going forward have some character breakfast still coming up.
We have a series that starts in another couple of weeks, I think.
Yes, the next one's a lot.
Saturday morning character breakfast for younger children mostly, and we have, I'm not sure what the lineup is, but I know that we have the Lorax.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Somebody Bunny and
You can go to believeInBooks.org. It's all listed on there. And it is free. They're all free, the character breakfasts.
I have an idea. You guys have so much syrup. You don't need that bottle, do you?
we don't.
Can we give this away to a viewer?
That's an awesome idea.
We have a phone number here at the TV station. If you would like your own freshly squeezed, freshly tapped, freshly steamed, freshly cooked bottle of maple syrup, 100%, not only New Hampshire, but North Conway maple syrup, call us right now, 603-356-6619. I don't know if you can get the phone number on the screen. Callers already, so I guess we don't need the phone number, but it'd be nice to get someone. We want to make everybody out there able to call. 356-6619. I don't know if we have a question, though. Do you guys have any fascinating tidbits of trivia? We could do...
I could do a maple syrup thing. So,
Sure.
Okay, what's the average sugar content of sap?
Well, is this
What
a percentage?
It's a percentage.
What percentage, on average,
average.
of maple sap is sugar?
Correct.
Is that a good way of phrasing it? 356-6619. You have a 1 in 100 chance, even if you have no idea. So let's go to the phones. For maple syrup, good morning. What's your answer?
I'd say 25%.
What do you think? Higher? Lower?
Way lower.
Way lower.
Oh, I
Good
shouldn't have even said that.
Good guess, but try. Oh, that's all right.
Sorry.
We don't really want to take 100 callers. 356-6619. Good morning. What is the percentage of sugar in maple syrup?
5%.
5%? Is it 5%, AO? Lower or higher?
Lower.
Lower? Okay. Good guess. Try again. So it's a health food then is what you're saying, because there's really not that much sugar in it. It's probably mostly...
Well, this is sap, not syrup.
Oh, and the sap. Okay. So by the time you get
So we have to
After it's
cook it
cooked.
down to
Okay,
this.
so sap is a health food. Eat it right off the tree. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer?
Would it be 2%?
What do you think, AO?
That's pretty darn close.
You gonna give it to him?
But it sounds like this guy already has his own syrup.
Do you have your own syrup?
No, I don't.
Why would he be calling if he didn't have his own
Okay,
syrup?
he's got it.
All right,
That's it.
who is this?
Really?
Willie, congratulations. You've got yourself some delicious North Conway homemade maple syrup, courtesy
Winner.
of the Sugar Shack at Believe in Books. Willie, you need to stop by and pick up a case of this, and then make
Then you get the free
make a
one.
donation to Believe in Books.
So I should bring the horse and wagon.
You should,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then you can, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, Willie, stay on the line. We're going to get you information and tell you how to claim your prize.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you're sad, if the kids are crying right now because they didn't win the maple syrup, we've got 2 tickets to John Eddy, which we're going to be giving away in the next segment. So stay tuned. As I just deposit
Just
it
put
on
those
the
anywhere.
floor. Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Yeah, so
A lot of
just
fun.
remember this weekend.
Yep.
Or actually any weekend of the next 2 or 3, but this weekend, come, you get a free little sample. You can see how the whole cooking machine works. And Candy will be there today to explain some of it. I'll be cooking all day.
Absolutely. Go visit them at Believe in Books. Bring your cross-country skis or
Yes.
your
Snowshoes.
or just bring some boots and go for a walk on the trail.
You can walk.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us.
Thanks
If
for having us.
people want information, is there a number they can call or just go to the website?
The website's the best on the weekend because the office isn't open,
Yep.
which is believeinbooks.org.
Yeah, because you're all sugaring.
Yes,
We're out
we'll be in
sugaring.
the Sugar Shack.
All right. Well, good luck with the Sugar Shack and the concert tonight. And we'll be back with more White Mountains today. I'm coming, Willie. I'm coming.
Thank you.
Experience the enchantment of the 100-acre wood.